I think Arizona is starting to crack down on some parents.
It's about time.
Yeah. So
it's about time.
We've got 3 stories.
Yeah.
And they kind of are interwoven with each other.
That's fair.
And I think it's worth talking about.
So let's start with the first one.
Let's do it.
Yesterday we had the story, and it's always terrifying when you see it. Child pulled from pool in critical condition, and we know now the 12-year-old girl drowned.
Yeah.
After being pulled from an above-ground pool. That's what made this one sound a little different.
Well, I think what also made it sound different is it was a 12-year-old girl.
Right, not an infant.
No.
And an above-ground pool. So that can mean a lot of things. Because when we said above-ground pool, my first thought was like one of those inflatable pools, like a kiddie pool?
See,
is it the kind of big above-ground pool?
I think you make a good point. What goes through your mind when you think of, I'm seeing here an above-ground inflatable pool?
Inflatable?
What went into my mind was a little kiddie pool.
That's what went through my mind.
That's what I thought.
So, as of right now, the city of Peoria police says they will be pursuing neglect charges against the parents.
Yeah. We're starting to hear this a lot now. We're starting to hear this when it comes to a child's death. Let's say that you leave a kid in a hot car.
Yeah.
A kid drowns. We're going to get to a couple of the other things. One is going to be hiking.
Hiking in the heat. Well, and can I just say that for them to this quickly say that they are looking at neglect charges, I believe there are some facts that we may not be aware of. Because they pretty quickly determined this wasn't just an oh darn accident. Do you see what I'm saying? So I want to know what Peoria police know, and I think it'll come out.
Yeah, I think when you have an above ground pool and a 12-year-old.
Something's going on.
Yeah, and we're not saying that something completely, don't go to the most disturbing part of your brain.
I'm not saying nefarious necessarily.
And I wanted to make sure that we said that. But, if you do have a 12-year-old or any child, how long do you leave them outside when there is a pool around?
Can they swim?
Right. Because if they can't swim,
is there other things?
It's like leaving a baby outside.
Exactly.
It's like our toddler, I should say.
It's dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
Okay.
So this poor 12-year-old girl rushed to the hospital, pulled from the pool, passed away. And that, I'll tell you, that'll probably be the oldest child we lose this summer. And I think that's really part of the story. I think we all probably want to know a little bit more about the girl. Who is she? Did she have any special needs?
That's interesting. That could be part of it. You're right.
It could be anything. Was it just an accident? Was it a bigger pool than you and I are thinking about? It very well could be.
But 12 isn't the age you expect.
No.
I mean, an above ground pool, and I don't have all the facts. I admit it. You should be able to stand up in an above ground pool at 12 years old and be above the water.
One would think so. And a lot of times 12-year-olds may go to people's houses and swim.
Again, did this girl know how to swim? Was it okay to be in the water, or was there something else going on that should have had parental?
There's more.
Yeah, I think there's a lot more to this.
There's definitely more, and Peoria police are already saying this is neglect, and parents could be charged.
They went kind of fast with that, so I think there's more.
Yeah. Okay. So that they're cracking.
Good.
Arizona police are cracking down on parents.
Got another one.
Okay.
This happened just the other night. A father has been charged after his toddler found a gun and shot themselves with it.
So in the first story we talked about,
the toddler is going to be okay.
Right. In the first story we talked about, I don't know what happened with the 12-year-old, and since I don't have all the facts, I give the parents, of course, they're grieving so awfully right now. I want to give them some grace. In this story,
there's not a lot of grace.
Like I'm sorry, Dad, but you're not a good father.
Yeah,
you're one of these bad parents who who lay your gun around, or you don't lock up your gun, or there's no reason for your kid to get a gun. We did a story just the other day. Remember the so-called dad who said, I got to put my gun away. I'll just put it in my kid's bedroom.
Put it on a shelf in the kid's bedroom.
And then the kid shot and killed his sister by accident.
It was just horrible.
Yeah. So
this one is a 27-year-old dad left the gun out and accessible, according to police.
Yeah.
He has a felony charge of child abuse.
No question. You cannot leave your gun out, allowing your toddler to get it. You just can't. You're not a father. The first thing you do as a parent is to make sure that your child is safe.
Protect them.
This guy did the opposite. You might as well just hand the toddler a gun that's loaded and say, go have a good time.
Yeah, it's like Russian roulette.
It is absolutely absurd. And again, doesn't happen that much. We've got really good gun owners in Arizona. We teach our kids what that gun exactly does
It's
when
not a
we
toy.
start to train them.
You don't touch one if you see it.
Right. But a toddler finding the gun and then actually, accidentally shooting themselves with the gun. Dad, you don't get another shot here. And I don't mean bad choice of words. Dad, you don't get another chance here. I don't trust you around this kid at all. This kid needs a new dad because it ain't going to be you leaving your gun around the house.
Well, CPS is involved.
Yeah, of course.
As well they should be.
Yeah. Okay,
and
so
this
what's
toddler might not have to grow up in a house with guns lying around.
Goodness gracious. All right, so what's the charge on this, Dad? What did we say?
He was charged with a felony charge of child abuse.
All right. See that
again? The
to
toddler.
Me, this one to me is just it's a no-brainer.
It's not a life-threatening, but the toddler did shoot themselves, but they said it's not life-threatening.
Right. To me,
thankfully,
this one's a no-brainer because start leaving a gun around. The Peoria girl who died, I need more information on.
Yeah. Okay. So do you remember the story of the family of 11 that had to be rescued from the hiking trail?
It was last week,
and 6 of them were kids.
Right.
All the way down to some very young ones, teenage, all the way down.
Yeah, these parents don't know how to make a decent decision for their kids.
Well, more and more people are starting to stand up and say, you know what? Even though immediately after it happened, the city of Phoenix came out and said they were not going to issue citations because they were concerned on the health and safety of people at risk, being afraid to basically call for help. Well, there's a lot of folks out there, I don't know, some of them, that say that's kind of the wrong way to go about this.
It's a BS way to go about it.
That the disincentive isn't there.
So you're going to worry about calling for help if your child is, well, what do we want to say? Starting to die?
In a life-threatening situation.
Yeah, you're going to be scared to call the police. I don't think you're going to be scared to call the police. You're going to call the police.
Well, remember this. This was that trailhead that was closed because of the extreme heat.
They walked around it.
11 went around the sign. Right. 11 of them out there. 6 kids out there. You could make an argument that by the way the law is written in the state of Arizona, that's child abuse. That constitutes child abuse. Taking a child out in the desert.
Your kid in a situation where it could be unsurvivable.
Like one who can't swim, throw him in the pool.
Right.
At some point.
And we're not talking about the first story.
Right. At some point, though.
Yeah.
Is it child abuse? Right. If you, as the adult, are going to put children in life-threatening situations, knowingly.
Yeah. It's middle of the day. You didn't take up much water, and you put kids on a mountain. And it's brutally hot. Yeah. What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah.
And the other thing is there were other adults around in that story as well.
Yeah, 5 adults, 6 children. So there were 5 people made bad decisions.
Right. And the same week we talked about that story, somebody brought their baby up on a mountain.
Like literally, you weren't kidding, Gaydos. It was like 15-month-old.
It's a baby.
Right.
They brought the baby up on the hill.
And needed to be rescued.
Man, we got to do better. Everything we've just talked about is very avoidable. It's very easy to avoid the situations we just talked about. And there's going to be court cases. There's going to be negligence.
Yeah.
There's going to be even worse, especially with the guy who left his gun out and the kid shot himself. Oh, it's unbelievable.
It's heartbreaking.
It's horrendous.
Thanks for watching Outspoken with Bruce and Gaydos. Tap to watch more from KTAR News and click the button in the middle to subscribe.